All right. One of the beautiful things about trading is that we learn every day. Trading is dynamic. And by saying that, I want to welcome every one of you to this live stream. This is Trader Cbran here. And this is part of my way of giving back to the community, of helping those who are still struggling with the idea of how trading should go. This is a free training, a free course, a free stuff. So I normally do this free giveaway, free stuff all the time, just to help a lot of people out there that are still struggling with trading and still finding it difficult to understand how to place their how do I put it, their trades on the charts and then get results out of it. So we're going to be doing from henceforth, we'll be doing it, we're going to be doing consistently reviews like this. We try as much as possible to do review and a forecast of every trade that we will expect for the week. So this one is a stream, a live stream that focuses on the forecast where we predict the market for the week. Do you understand? And there is a review one that we're going to be doing. Also, we will talk about the market, the trades that we took for the week, the successful trade and the one that failed and why it was and how we took those trades. We're going to be talking about that one. That is a review, weekly review of trades. But this one is called a forecast, where you predict the market for the week. All right, that's what we're looking at. And we're going to be doing this. You guys should be supporting me in your prayers to be able to sustain this, because you know, when you're trading and have other things you're doing, it's very difficult to keep things like this going. All right, so yeah, we'll do our best to help as many people we can, to support everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, trading is very simple, but it's not easy. There's two different words. They mean two different things. They're not the same. It will take you hard work. That is the part that is not easy, because it takes hard work. Whatever is not easy is hard. But it's different from when you say something is simple. Simplicity is based on understanding. I want to mark that and write it down. Simplicity is based on understanding forex trade. So whenever we talk about forex is hard, forex is simple, understand it. We are not saying it's hard that we can't do it. It's hard because we have to put in the work. It takes work. It takes time. It takes effort. It takes mental readiness. It takes the willingness to learn. And all of this doesn't come easy. They're hard. It takes discipline. Discipline doesn't come easy. It's hard. It doesn't come easy. To master the trade and master your system of trading, it doesn't come easy. First, you need to understand that there is a process of mastering the skill that you're learning. And when you master the skill, then you start implementing it to produce results. And there is also a stage where you have to master your psychology, your mindset, the way you think and how you think. You got to understand that. Sorry about the background noise. I'm at home, so I'm a family man, so you can hear some noise, my boys and all of that playing and all of that. So understand, it's okay. Just listen to me, you'll be fine. Yeah. So understand that trading is simple, but it's not easy. The hard work must be put in. Nothing in this world come easy. That's the truth. But Almost everything is simple, simple to achieve, simple to acquire. So the simplicity here is about your understanding. So we try to make it simple when we teach Forex. From some of you who have watched my videos over and over again, you will actually understand that most of my goal in teaching you is to ensure that you understand it, to make it simple in such a way that you'll be able to understand it and then work with it, act on it. So whatever we share with you or that we're going to be sharing with you, that is the goal. But it will take you hard work to systemize it, to personalize it, to make it yours. Because until you make this system, this idea, this trading system yours, personalizing it, it will escape you, it will elude you in a way. The success of it may elude you. The success of it may be far away. So that's the part of first mastering the skill through simplicity. So when we talk about simplicity, understanding in such a way that you make things simple. Don't listen, we make things hard for ourselves in many ways without knowing. For instance, when you have a lot of strategy to trade, you're making things difficult. That's not simplicity. That's obviously clouding your trade understanding, your trading psychology. That can affect you. Whenever you're trading, try and make things simple. Make things simple. Simplify things. Don't make things complicated. See, try to simplify your trading. Simplify your conferences. Understand the system. Now, if you don't trade, if you don't understand how we trade or what we trade, for instance, I deal on psychological levels. That's my main conference of trade, psychological level, trend line, and high and low of the week. I deal on that. These are the major ones that I focus on. Psychological levels, trend line, high and low of the week, and then chart patterns and candlestick behaviors. These are the way I think when I'm on a chart. These are the 4 major tools that I bring in. They are my major technical analysis tools that I bring on the chart. A lot of people understand psychological levels. A lot of people understand trend line. A lot of people understand high and low of the week. But the problem is they don't understand candlesticks and chart patterns and behaviors. And that is the key to unlocking your trading skills and be successful in it. So that needs time. That one is hard. It needs time. It needs patience. It needs discipline. It needs consistency. You cannot afford not to have that. And giving up is not an option. Quitting is not an option in this game. I don't care how much you have lost. I was listening to a lady a while ago. She's from Arizona. That's in the United States. So she's from Arizona. She has lost over $120,000 on a trade before she became successful. She has lost. I want you to listen. She has lost $120,000 of her hard-earned money. I'm not talking about funded accounts from somewhere. No, this was her money that she was putting into Forex. Every time she put in the money in 5,000, 10,000, she blew it. Altogether, $120,000. Imagine that. Imagine if that was you. Would you have been able to stabilize your life and then still remain in the game. Now she's telling the story. She's sharing her story because she stayed in the game. She didn't allow that loss, that huge loss, or probably her life savings to determine her next level. So what I'm saying to you is that quitting is not an option in this game. You can be lazy for all I care. That's on you. So if you're not successful in this trading for, or you're not seeing success, you're not making the progress you expect to see, it's because you're lazy. That's it. But you can work hard and tell yourself, I refuse to be lazy about these things. I have to make sure I'm disciplined. Hard work. For instance, you're supposed to wake up by 6 a.m. in the morning to trade London session. Yet, 8 o'clock, you are still stretching in your bed. You're not serious. You're not serious. You look at your chart after, you only look at your chart when there is time to trade, when it is time to trade. You are not serious. And you want to be successful in trading? No, you're not getting it. You're not serious. No, that's not the way. That's not the way. I receive comment from you guys everywhere. People are commenting, oh, your analysis is on point. The way you analyze is something else. You have this. It didn't come by just, wishing thinking. I told you guys, I had to spend a minimum. Okay, like today alone, I have been sitting on this chair since morning 6 a.m. What time is it now? 5:30. I only got up from this chair to have my lunch and breakfast and lunch. I've been looking at the chart and trying out what I am learning. And can you imagine that? And you think about it. It's not about, I took a trade today, but that trade, because I was on the chart, because on my rule, I don't trade on Mondays. Most of the time, I don't trade on Monday. But I saw this sell that was going to play out. I just saw it. I knew this is a good trade. I'm not going to just sit down there and not take it. That was it. But I could see the opportunity. I could see that it's going to happen. Why? Because I spent time on chat. So guys, listen, I have to talk to you guys like this because some of you, this goal that you're trying to achieve, you're not putting enough work. I can tell you because I have mentees. Some of them come into the program and after 1 week of the energy and fire, they're back to their busy life and then they forget and I have to be changed. Hey, come on, are you not going to look? And this is not something, if you're not serious, you can never, listen, you can never make the success out of it. Forget it. You will move from one mentor to another, one program to another program, one course to another course until you're frustrated. And you don't want to be that way. You don't want to go that route. So what you're here for, how many of you here now? Over 30 people now live for that. We have over 30,000 people on our social media following us. That's beautiful because we're just warming up. But the truth is, you cannot be here and not be serious. Some of you will say, well, I'm very serious. So I've been awake since morning and I'm sitting on the chart looking at, what were you doing? You're looking at a trade. You are looking at how to buy and sell. That's what you're looking at. You are not looking at behavior. Did you notice the candle behavior? Did you sit down and say, I want to study the behavior of how a buy setup is made? How can I recognize a buy setup? How can I recognize a sell setup? How can I see that a candle is beginning to reject and then it's coming to a reversal point? How do I know all of these things? When a candle comes to a key zone, how does it react? Do you study it? Do you observe? Do you know that when I trade psychological levels, I also consider support and resistance in line? Even though my psychological levels are seen as support and resistance, I use, again, support and resistance in between my psychology. Why? Because I could find out in my study, in my observation, that price is creating it. It broadens your understanding. Because I'm going to be showing you now when I'm on analysis, you'll see. And you wonder, why is that? It's understanding, guys. So put in the effort. I thought I should inspire you guys. Put in the effort. There's hope. Oh boy, there's hope. Believe me, there is. There's hope. Some of you may not have the money to fund your accounts, right? Then there are companies who will be able to give you the money. Why not get ready for them? Get ready. Prepare yourself. That's why we have demo account. Use it. You say, well, demo account doesn't help me to get psychology right. I get you. I understand what you're saying. But it's a starting point. And get serious with it. You say, well, that's not still helping. Okay, then why not go and take a free trial on FTMO? It's a free trial, for heaven's sake. You're paying nothing. Use it. Use it. If you fail the one, take another one. Create another email and take another one. Fail that one, create another email, take another one. Until you master the risk management in that system. And then you get to pass the phases as required. Or the percentage. Just say this, I'm going to achieve 10% in this month on this account. Trade it. Be disciplined. Work on it. It's not going to come by easy. Even though it is simple, it's not easy. So don't sit down there and think it's going to happen all of a sudden. No, you got to put in the work. You have to know what you're working for. You have to know what you're looking for. You have to know where you are in your trade. You have to know your structure, understand what you're looking for. And that's why you need a system that works. That's what you need. You need a system that works, and you stick to that system until it works for you. Just because it works for me doesn't mean it's going to work for you. Understand that? But you have to make it work for you because it works for me. You could make it work for you by personalizing the system, making it yours. And then get rid of the mindset that there is no losing trade. Listen, you cannot be in this game and not lose trades. You just have to win more than you lose. That's how to stay on top of this game. Because it's risky. Everything about this business is risky. Everything. Everything about the business is risky. Don't give your money to somebody to trade for you. It's an insult on your personality. If you listen, let me take out my glasses so you see my eyes. I'm serious. I'm very, very serious. That's how a lot of you fall into scams, because that's the only way they can get the money from you. If you can't trade, then don't put your money on anybody's hand to trade for you. Don't do it. I'm not going to call any of you. Never in my Telegram or social media group that I'm going to call on anyone to say, okay, I will be trading for you. I can manage your account. What? What for? It doesn't matter how much you have. Even though you call me and say you have $1 million in your account or $300 million in your account, it doesn't matter how much you have. I'm not going to fall for that trap because I know what it means. I know what it means. I don't want to be tempted by your money. There's a psychological part that affects you that a lot of people don't know when you trade other people's money. Especially when it's personal, when it has to do with another person you know, and they bring that money to you, you know what, I want you to trade my $100 for me, trade my $1,000 for me, and we split the profit. Don't do that. Otherwise, you will be scammed. A lot of people will collect your money and they will blow the account on your behalf. There are a lot of them out there. You say, well, okay, what about if I meet somebody who can trade very well? It doesn't matter. Anyone who can trade and they ask you for your account and details and money to trade for you, just know that they are using you to build their empire, period. That's the only answer I have for you on that. Trade, learn it. It's simple, but it takes hard work. It is simple, but it takes hard work. I want to mark my words. Do you know how many women are trading these markets to pot? They make thousands on a daily basis. Women that didn't even go to school. Be challenged, guys. Question is, what is your motivation? What is motivating you? Is it because you want to buy Lamborghini? Or you want to buy Rover? Or you want to buy Rolls Royce? Is it Lexus or Rolls Royce, whatever they call it? Or you want to buy the latest BM? Or you want to buy you want to build a big house? Is that what is motivating you? Or you want to show off? Oh, you want to show off, right? I think locality matters. When I mean locality, environment matters, because in this part of the world where I am in the UK, it is hard for you to see someone who is trading here to be showing off and is making money showing off. It's hard. I've met some traders. I've seen them. I've contacted them. I even had a meeting with one today, spoke to them. Very simple guy. You hardly hear of him. In fact, he's making thousands every week, but his YouTube channel is only having 600 and people subscription, 600 subscribers. Because he doesn't even have, the last post he had on the YouTube, on a YouTube was about 2 months ago. And each of them interval, you have 2 months, 3 months interval for him to put a video, because he's busy making money and trading and doing other stuff. Only our part of the world, that part of our world, we want to show everybody what we got. Why? We want to entice people. It's called motivation. We want to entice people to come. It doesn't work. That's not how it is. Let this skill and pay your bills. That's what counts. Forget the rest. Can you just learn this thing and then pay your bills? Set your bills on automation. That's all you need. So let the right thing inspire you. Man, I'm enough. That's enough for now. Enough for the psychology. Let's go. If I continue like this, I can talk to you for hours, man. Trust me. All right, let me share my screen. Let's look at the chart quickly. I'm going to do this quickly and then we get going. Oh boy. All right, this is it. This was a trade. This was the trade. Just a minute. Hide, review, choose. Okay, now this is it. We're talking about forecast. We're not talking about preview. So a review. We're talking about forecast. We're not talking about review. We're talking about forecast. So we're looking ahead. All right. Now this is GU. Now some of you may have, if you have 1 or 2 pairs you want me to talk about, I will. All right. Just let me read your comment section first before I continue. Thank you. God bless you. God bless you, sir. I can't see you. Okay. God bless you, sir. Yes, thank you. I am seeing my changes. and I'm super happy and grateful. Nice. No need to create another email now. It is free with same email. Good. That's awesome. Ha ha ha. Oh, science boss. Okay. Yeah. No comment there. So that's great. So this is it, guys. Can you see my screen? Can everyone see my screen? All right. If you can see my screen, let me know. All right, somebody say yes. So that means everyone else can. Okay, now let's go to the higher time frame. First, if you start from the higher time frame, the daily, we are on a phase in the market. We are on a phase. And what phase is that? A downtrend. Is all trending down on a phase. Is all trending down. So we've been on the phase selling. So that's clear enough. That's the daily. And if you look at the candle behavior on the daily quickly, let me go through it. If you look at the candle daily, there was consolidation for a while, and then it smashed down, break through that consolidation zone. So that means there was a support here, and price broke through that support, and then we have a smash down. So that means we should be expecting price to do a more of the sell, because we see price push all the way down here before and push back up. All right. So now we are seeing a buy candle forming. This is a buy candle forming, but this buy candle is a rejection. We see that price already bought this money and then smashed all the way down. So what we see now is a sell trade going on. In between this zone, price is trying to push all the way down, probably to cover this week. Now, let me give you something to take home with. When you see a wick in the higher time frame like this is a wick. There's a wick rejection here. All right, this is a wick. When you see wick like this from the higher time frame, especially from the daily, what price will eventually do? It will go up and come back to fill this wick. It does that a lot of times. Now, the position of this candle is about to do that. This candle will eventually drop to fill this week. So what does that mean? That means the decision candle for the week has not been found. There's no decision candle for the week yet. So it means most likely by tomorrow, we will find a decision candle. Probably this week will be covered. If this week is filled, then we have a more sell going on. Now, the reason why you want to look at selling much more is because we are still selling. Price is on a sell mode from the higher time frame. So that's the daily. So I'm looking at that. Oh, okay. That's just typical candle analysis. Typical candle analysis. I want you to understand that. And then I'll go to the 4-hour time frame to look at what it's doing. Okay. Now, do we have a sell going on? Already we are on a sell mode. So this is a retracement. So did that retracement produce anything? I check it. The retracement was there. And price came up to, actually came and broke through and came up to 78% of the retracement too. That was overextension. And then it dropped. Now, it would have come to 100% and still dropped. So that would have been a better place to sell. And that's why you see that that zone, there is a support key zone there. You see this box there? It's right there, waiting. It's waiting. If eventually price get there, you should expect a drop from there. Except price break. If price break above that, that means we have a change of structure. So price will eventually come to this high and to this high. And then we'll have an uptrend. But until this high is broken, there is no uptrend in this market, looking at the 4-hour time frame. So all of the possible ways to trade is to actually focus on more opportunity to sell than to buy. You guys feeling it? I'm talking about forecast. We're looking at it, what to expect. We're anticipating the market. This week, what should we be looking at? I'm looking at selling. much more than buying. Now, with the opportunity to buy come, will I take it or not? I will. Why not? If it is a clear trade. But what I'm saying is that price may eventually buy if this candle push up and break this high, and then it's going to break this high. But for now, since it failed, because it already pushed up to that zone, and I was waiting for it to that zone, waiting for it to get to that zone, but it failed and dropped. Okay, that's fine. So let's go to the 1 hour time frame and see a more clearer picture of this behavior. Now, you understand that you have to mark your zones. These are psychological zones. Price reacted on it. Every time you come to that zone, you will see a reaction. Price come there, react. You see, price reacted. And then back here, reacted. That's to tell you that these are key zones. Price is respecting these zones. It pushed all the way down now and is rejecting on that zone, psychological level. I wonder if you are trading something else. Now, listen, I understand there are many strategies in the market. I'm telling you, there are different ways people look at these things. Some people doesn't even use this line we're using. They just put Fibonacci and that's it. And the Fibonacci will tell them what they are saying at that rejection zone. But you need to understand what price is doing. So that's what we're saying. We see that price is respecting this zone. So you see, I only have 3 lines there. 1, 2, 3. Why? Because price came up, they break off, and then test the zone and then push all the way up. So I'm looking at that. That price may come down here and test the zone, or break through and test the next zone, which is 2,000. This is 2,000 here. 1.20,000, sorry. 1.20,000 key zone, psychological level. That's where you see this reaction here. It's on a psychological level. And it pushed all the way up from there. So price may eventually come down there again and retest. And then push all the way up. So what do I call this? For those of you that do demand and supply, what's this now? It's a demand zone. And it's on a psychological level. So it makes sense. If price come here now, down here, what should you be expecting? A push up, a rejection. So I'm looking at that. So I can have a key level here waiting for that price to come up. And here again, there's another key zone. Why? This was a push to the upside. We have a spike to the upside. And now I'm expecting price to come to this key zone and then bounce off again. Again, where is that? On the low of the week. Very close to the psychological level. I'm forecasting the market. I'm thinking. So with this said go down there, no, I should take my profit. That's what I did. Price came all the way here. I took my profit before we came live now. So that's it. I'm waiting. Why? Because I know this is a very sensitive area that price will come to. So I have my trend line to look at it. So my trend line says there was a break. Price came up here to the trend line, rejected, came back, bounced off the low of the week, push all the way up and break through, retested it and push up. And then came up to this psychological zone, rejected right there. And then what do I see? Price dropping. And then coming back to what? To the demand zone. Now, I'm using that word now for some of you who just think that demand zone and supply zone is the best strategy in the world. So that you know that I still have you in mind, okay? So I have that sense already, but it's not part, it doesn't, I don't know, those are names. It doesn't matter whether demand, psychological level will secure all of those things. This is the demand supply zone. Okay, I hear you. All right, now let's go. All right. So understand this kind of behavior. So what is candle doing now in the 1 hour time frame? It's very clear. Price is still going to go down. You say, how did you see that? How did you know? First, price will come here and test this key zone. If it fails for buyers to go in, or buyers may go in and then reject at this key zone, then it will break through. So it will not create a supply zone here and then wait for price to come here, which was obviously a demand zone here, test this zone, and then push up. So this is a psychological level. Sorry, here. I'm forecasting. How did you come about this? Because I have key confluences that I see that price respects. And over time, I see price respecting them. So I use them to track the wave of the market. Okay, now this is it. This is it. It's telling you that the set trade is just beginning. Price is beating around here now. It might push up a bit and drop. What does that mean? You will now have what we call an M pattern forming in the 1 hour time frame. That can happen. So what am I looking at for now? I'm expecting price to reject from here and then bounce off here. This is where I'm looking at to set the market. And if it fails here, that means price is buying and push up again. Then it's going to come here. That will give me even a more clearer M. See? Are you seeing it? Are you seeing what I'm saying, guys? If it comes here and rejects, it is a slight divergent M, reversal pattern. Some of you don't know how to recognize these things, right? I'm showing you now. So should you get in there where the key level is? That's the point. You will have to get in after the key level is broken, because it can reject here and push up and create another pattern that you don't know. Snapper entry is not the thing. Question is, are you making money? If you enter aggressively and then you lose money, what kind of trader are you? Why not wait for price to really confirm that it's going down? With all the evidence, structure broken. Wait for structure to break. That's why I taught you guys market structures. Now, if you have not watched my video yet on market structures, I wonder what you're doing. I wonder if you want to learn how to trade. This is structure had to break. So price push up, came down, push up again, and it's coming down. Don't you think that this is a structure? It had to break. So the question is, if you sell here, would you be able to get out of the trade here? Yes, you have to. If you sell here, that's 50 pips drop. Get out, because price can bounce back again. So what I'm looking at is this price come down here and it pushes up. I'm waiting for rejection here, not here. If it comes here, I'm going to sell here anyway, but I'm waiting for price to reject here. That's why I see this line here is the high of the week. Price will reject until there is a clear move for direction. And before I get in, I will wait for structure to break. This zone must be broken. And once that zone is broken, there's nothing stopping it. I'll get in. And when I get in, it's going to come to this low to break it. Why? Because price eventually, you see what price did here? It smashed through this zone. This is a minor zone. You must understand the zone where you are in. There are major zones and minor zones. The minor zones are weaker zones. Trade can go through them like crazy, easily. Pam, pam. For instance, this is a major zone. Why? Because its price is at 1.21,000. Is a major zone. This one is a minor zone. This one. Why? Because price is at 120,500. That's a minor zone. It's a minor psychological zone. So price can break through it easily. So look at this, broke through this easily, broke through that easily. It came down, smashed all the way through, and came to the major key zone. It came to the major psychological level and then changes that. It reacted instantly. Even with all the momentum coming down, it reacted instantly and pushed back up. So now, what am I expecting for the week? I'm expecting price to come here and then create another sell opportunity. I'm expecting that to happen. because of the structure I'm seeing. We can see price is creating a lower high. This is a lower high. This is another lower high. So price will drop to create a lower low and then push up to create another lower high. I'm expecting this. This is my focus. I'm looking at it. Structure must be maintained. The only way I'll change my bias is when this lower low that's supposed to create a lower low is not a low, not a lower low. It creates a low. Then we now have something like this, like a divergent. Then I know that price is going up. To break this high, to break this high, and break that high. I don't know if you guys are following me. This is it. This is how to see the market. This is GU played. So expect this to go up, reject here or reject here and drop. Break this zone and then come to test this zone, probably create a lower low. Otherwise, create a low and then pushes back up again and then break this zone, bring that high to buy. So that would be very, very difficult to trade, isn't it? But we're supposed to expect that price break any of these zones and then we start looking at that direction to buy or sell. Let's look at it on the 15-minute time frame. This was a trade, a clean end pattern. So why wouldn't I take this trade? That's why I say I saw it. I got in the trade when this candle broke. And all of this was my trade. If you go on lower time frame, same thing. That's the candle break. So you can see already the price was already showing even an end pattern there. All right. Structure broken. Trade. That's it. I took partial profit here. And when I saw this push down, I got in again on this retest. Then I took another partial profit out and the rest of the profit out of the market. That's what I did. Now you will then now telling me, you didn't send us the signal. Why now? That's why I'm teaching you how to trade. Don't you understand? This is not a signal group, guys. We don't. I did an analysis yesterday on this trade. Remember, go and check your chart on the 1 hour time frame. Was it 1 hour 30 minutes? I did an analysis and I said, I'm looking for price. Then price was here. I said I was looking for price to push, break this trend and retest and push up. Did it do it? It did. So I said plan B was price to break the low, retest and drop to this zone, to this down zone and break this low, which it failed to do. So the buy played out. The buy trade played out, but the sell trade, I didn't give you this analysis. I gave you the buy and the sell below this zone. Go and look at the chart. Go and look at the analysis I sent to you yesterday. When I said, guys, you should study the chart, you would see it exactly what played out. This trade, this buy trade played out. Now, this sell is supposed to be easy. Everyone's supposed to see it. On a 15-minute time frame, it was clear. How come you didn't catch it? Price created a lower high. Pushed up to create a high. And then fails to create a higher high. Created a lower high. And then push all the way down to break the structure to create low. Now, this one is lower. This is the previous low. This low is higher than this low. That's what you see. And you need to focus. What's price doing? Push up and then break this low. Need be. And then come back to break the other lows. Now, that's what you should expect to see. So pay attention to these key zones here and here. Here, price may give you a W here and push all the way up. But because of this zone, I'm not going to take it. So I'd rather wait for price to push this up and reject here, then I will take it. I know that price is coming down to sell and then break all these lows. Do you guys understand now? So always look at the market from a higher perspective. So from the higher time frame, we were able to scale down to this lower time frame to understand that we are looking for something in the market. Now, the simple way you look at it is to have a trend line here. We have a trend line. It's not confirmed yet. You see, we want trade to come here and test this trend line, confirming it as a second touch before we can have a valid one. But you might say this is a valid trend line, one touch, second touch. Yeah, it makes sense. But we need another one to confirm it. So price must push all the way up here to confirm this trend. Otherwise, it's not a buy. So if you get into a buy here now, what's the guarantee that price will not reject here? So you want to wait for price to reject or break and retest. So you want a break, a retest, and then you buy. Look at this free zone. It will go up and clear this up higher high. That's it. If you buy here now, what if price reject here and smash down? You say, I will just buy here and take profit. How many pips? 15 pips? Is that what you're here to trade? So you're waiting all day to trade 15 pips? You should probably go to 1 minute and trade. You get it? So you want to actually know where you are. Rejecting or is it breaking retest? So you see a confirmation of a W formed. Once that is formed, you wait, structure broken, confirm. That's second confirmation. And then you wait for price to break this trend line and retest, or break this key zone, this high level, and retest it, and then you take your buy. That is now a very good place to buy conservatively. Let me show you something. I want to show you guys something. If I was to wait for price to long here, all right, this would be my stop loss right here. All right, and I'm targeting this high. Do you think price will not get there? It will, because this is a minor zone. This zone is a minor zone. So price will come here and break this high. Next time it's coming. Look at the first breakthrough. It went through like nothing, stopping it. And then came back in and went up again and went through it. It's a minor zone. Consider the reaction here. It didn't go through. It rejected at that zone. What about this zone? He went through it, but he played around it for a while. There was a fight, a major fight at this zone, because it's a major zone. Look at the minor zone. Price smashed through, push up, only had a little battle here, and then push back up. But we can see that the first move through was straight. It just went through, smashed. Minor zones, they are weaker. So these major zones, always expect price to react to it. So whenever you see your price coming to that thing and you check the price zone, that is a major zone, then exit your trade if you were selling. Exit your trade, because if you didn't now, this would have been like, well, you'll be stuck there. So right now we're seeing price forming a W. So you wait for it. Let it break structure. Let it break this line. That is where you get in to buy. And then take these few pips up there. Just comfortably. Let me tell you something. If price break this zone and pushes up, there is no telling. You will never have a drawdown. It will just go up from there. Why? Because structure has been broken. Everything here is free flow. So you will have like what, 44 pips to target. From here to here is 20, 30 pips, 27 pips, because your stop loss will be right there. So this more than 1.1 to 1 reward, risk to reward. But if you stretch it, hopefully the price will get here. Remember, this is a minor zone, so you can leave it and then target this zone. And then target this zone as your take profit zone. Now, if you care enough to risk it, this is what you do. If you care enough to risk it to get into the trade early, this is what you do. Come to this time frame, create another trend line from here to this zone. You create another trend line from here. That's the first one. You see? You see that trend line there? That's a clean trend line. And then you need a confirmation that the trend is going to go up. This one confirming this one. If this one break above and retest, get in. Put your stop loss right below. Until this happens, you're not getting in. So when price gets here, take partial profit or break even. Simple. That's it. What if price reject from this zone? I said it. Take partial profit or break even. Because from there to that place is almost 1-to-1 risk to reward. Almost. And price may not just reject instantly, it might push a bit up. So you actually will have 1-to-1 risk to reward on that trade. First, break even or take profit, partial profit, because trend line is here. You want to watch what price is going to do on that trend line, because that trend line is from the 15 minutes time frame. You remember, this trend line is for 5 minutes, not 15 minutes. So now you can see that price breakthrough, and then you just take it up. But already you have broken even. Do you understand that? Do you understand what I'm sharing with you guys? Okay, I'm done. Any question? Let's take some questions. We're done now. We're done, guys. That's it. That's what we're looking out for. So expect this push up. If price reject from here and start, I already told you, look for a sell. So we're going to look for that. Expect price to behave that way. So more likely is a sell market from tomorrow. Today was holiday. And even at United States holiday, we still find that there was still a major move on the US market. Crazy. How much more there was no holiday? Imagine this sell. This was telling us that USD was strong. This USD market was strong. And GBP dropped, was weak. Even on their holiday, I mean, Independence Day. So if this one doesn't break, why should I be buying? And some of you already bought. Now, you're already on this. Some of you may have already bought on this trade. There's no confirmation yet. And you want to learn all these things, you better come to the mentorship group, or you come to get in touch with me. All of these things is easy. I won't be able to show you a lot of things like this, okay? Just here on this free training. There's a lot to this. All of these things I'm showing you now, there's a lot to it. You need to understand the psychology behind this analysis. Yes. Olufumi.
Good evening, sir.
Evening, how are you?
I'm doing well, sir. And you?
Oh, lifted. I'm blessed. Thank you.
I'm really enjoying the course. I just have, what's it called, just a question to ask. What's it called? The high and low of the week, are they part of the minor psychological level too?
They are not. They actually tells us what price is the now. Remember what it is when we say high and low of the week. It
Yes,
means
yes,
at that particular opening week, price created a high and it created a low.
yes.
So in most cases, price can trade in between the high and the low of that week.
Yes, sir.
And sometimes it will break above and then trade above it.
Yes,
Or
yes.
it will break below and then trade
Trade
below
below
it.
it.
That is
Yes.
where we discover, based on back testing, we discover that strategy that, oh, whenever we see price break above, we see that price tend to stay above. Did you see that? Whenever
Yes.
it breaks below, it seems to stay below.
Yes.
So that's why we came up with that. So we use it as a direction for the week. And if you back test it, it has been so. You will see it almost every time. So when I teach my students, I take them through. I will back test it. They will see it happening every week.
Yeah. Yes, yes, yes.
So
I saw all of that too. I'm just asking that, can we classify it as a minor key level two, not a major, just a minor?
no, you can't classify it as a minor
All
or
right.
major, but
Okay.
it's a key zone where price would tend to reject. Are you getting
Okay.
it? Why?
All right.
Because it is part of price discourse in the market. That means they discount that they use that place as either a premium or a discount level.
Okay.
So they might eventually take price there and say, okay, let's take price to 1.28645. That's what we can take on that price. And then price get there and then reject and push back up.
Okay. All right, sir. Thank
So
you,
you pay
sir.
attention to that based on what the market is doing.
Okay. That's not a problem. That's not a
Uh-huh.
problem. I'm really enjoying the video. Like
You're gonna say that.
I'm really enjoying it. I can say that that price is actually a steal.
Yeah, I'm thinking of pushing it up now because the discount is removed completely.
Wow, no, I
Listen,
got it at a steal
listen. No,
price.
yeah. Listen, guys, listen. There's something that happened recent today. I made the call through. I saw a guy. He's in the UK here. I saw a guy and he's doing well in the market. He's trading well. So I thought, let me do an anonymous call. Okay. All right. I called him. I set up a call because there's a way his system was. You have to book a call with him. So I booked a call as though I was a beginner. So I just talk him what my experience is and so forth, so that for him to know that I have at least the basics of experience on trading. So we talked, and then he was telling me the program. That unfortunately we use the Zoom call. So he saw my banner on my website. You know, when you log on, if I have to remove my camera now, you will see my logo. So I didn't remember to take that off. So when he saw that, he said, before the interview, he said, he's wondering, I'm a trader. I said, yes. And he said, I'm offering mentorship program. I said, oh, then I got stuck. I said, okay, yeah. Then he now said, so why am I calling him then? I said, because I love his strike. So I have to talk to him. So he finally agreed. But what I was aiming at was to get what his program is like and what he is actually charging people to train them. You will not believe that this guy is charging 1,490 pounds. Wow. A lifetime trade, a lifetime. He calls it a lifetime training. But obviously, who's going to stay with a mentor for a lifetime?
Sure.
Between 1 or 2 years, you're done. I mean, you can trade on your own. You don't need to wait for them to tell you to go. You're gone. So that's, I mean, when I saw that, I asked him, I said, wait a minute. You mean this is the amount I mean, that's high. He said, yeah, that's their program. And they have close to 200, he has close to 100 students on his over close to 200, he says, according to him. So that's the point. So when you guys see things like this, that is
okay. Like I was speaking with a Jamaican, right?
Yeah.
The guy, yeah, like the guy is really good. He just hit his 100,000 US as a 100,000 challenge.
Yeah.
Like he grew it from $20,000 to 100K straight up. He was
Wow.
not telling me that if he wants to really teach me, that he's actually running a what's called a discount price now, which is a $2,000. But on a norm, it's $3,000. That if I really want to go into the mentorship program, that I should just grab onto the promo price. I said, really,
Yeah.
$2,000?
That's it.
And just I think it's a period of 3 months, if I'm not mistaken. It's a period of three
Oh,
months,
that's it. That's
90
it.
days.
That's it. So, guys, you have something that you need to take advantage of, but a lot of you don't understand.
Yes.
I understand
They
that.
don't know. They don't know. No, this part of Africa, most of us don't like. We don't like paying into skill sets.
Uh,
But going to the useless university, we can gather the money, sell the crayfish and all to go
I
and
like
get
that. Say
what is not even
useless,
the
useless
university.
university.
Yes, yes, yes. It's annoying. Whenever I think about the 5 years I spent in school without
Oh,
using the
yeah.
certificate, I get pained by the day.
I
Like
know.
I get pained.
So sorry. I know.
But paying for ski set, that's what they'll be saying, that he wants scam me. Really?
That's right.
Really? It's
Let
bad.
me guys, let me tell you how you get scammed. First, somebody will charge you to train you and then tell you that he can manage your account. If he cannot train you, you manage your account, or he will sell a robot that doesn't work to you. It's very simple.
I know, right?
It's as simple as that. But if somebody is telling you that he will train you, mentor you, you should grab it. Because that is not a scam, except somebody, that person you have not find in your first week, the person just talk you over and then give you a bunch of videos to go and watch and never have personal relationship with you, then that is wrong. There are those like that. They just collect your money. I met about 2 or 3 of them. All right. Before I met Jeffrey Benson, who eventually changed my trading parts with commitment. So again, not everyone will be able to be like Jeffrey Benson or me or anyone else.
Sure.
There are people out there who will just collect your money and then give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 videos. That's it. And they will tell you they'll go and watch the videos. Then they will not. The next meeting is that they're asking you questions on the videos.
Yes, I
So
did
explain
one.
this, explain that.
I did one 3 months ago. There is no single live Zoom call with the student, no single Zoom live.
Annoying.
And you're calling after the whole program of a month, you're now taking them to your own professional class. At the end, they're all getting confused,
It's
including
annoying.
me. I was confused. Like, really? Is this what you call a trainee?
Yeah.
So this is rubbish.
It's annoying. It's annoying. That's why we're changing. We're changing the narrative. We're trying to help. We're changing the narrative. So if you guys know that obviously this is not easy for everybody. Not everyone can afford the money.
Yeah, sure.
So I understand that. That's why I'm doing this, to train people. If I teach them for free, at least to get them started, get them inspired, and then get on the journey. That's it. And I have two different sections of training that is there. I have a training course that everything that I've taught is in there.
Yes, everything.
And it's just cheap as that. You can now get it for $60, which is still there.
Why some funny ones will be saying, he wants scam us, so he wants scam us. People, no. Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome.
Best investment first half of the year. I'm so grateful.
Awesome. Please, I would like to. We need to get your success story. So
no, definitely.
Put it to work.
I'm on the second. I finished watching the first round. I'm on the second round again. When I'm done with the second round today, I'll be going on the third lap again, like watching it all over. Let it sink inside of me, like me in the video and the video inside of me.
You're right.
So I don't want to lose anything along the line. And it has been really helpful, honestly. It has been really helpful. I'm not lost. I'm not confused. Everything is just on point.
Awesome.
Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you. God bless.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, bye. Yes, guys, that's it. You've heard. That's the way it goes. Who else have a question? who else have a question? There's no more question. And that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much. And then we will see again in another free training. Bye for now, guys.